On your first national team cap, is it a little, I don't know, does it sound right to you to hear that you got your first senior national team cap?
Still sitting in a little bit. No, thank you. I appreciate it. Yeah, it was a great experience. It kind of hit me during the national anthem, looking down at the U.S. badge and looking up at the flag. But yeah, it was awesome. Thanks.
What was the lead up to that like? Because I'm just guessing that you did not come into camp thinking, oh, I'm one of the 11 guys who's going to be starting this game. Or maybe you did. I don't know.
Yeah, no, it was a little bit of a grind. You know, you go into like groups, you know, like the starters versus the subs and stuff, and you kind of have a feeling of like where you sit. I didn't start the game against River Plate. Came in at halftime. We kind of split into two groups, but no, it was definitely a grind, and there's a lot of great players there. So you know, I'm really grateful for the opportunity to start that game.
You mentioned River Plate. You scored or at least we heard you scored in that game. I have not seen any video. I don't know if any video exists of it, but can you, given that you get to describe it, can you now paint a picture for us as eloquently as possible?
Well, I can try. The goal wasn't too eloquent, but a corner came in, and it kind of like was a skerfuffle in the box, I'd say. Went like a 50-50, and then kind of like went into a challenge on the goal line and poked it in. So it was definitely a goal I would score.
Josh, how do you evaluate your performances, and what communication did you get back from coach and coaches about your performances?
Yeah, I thought the coaches did a good job of giving us feedback and letting us know like how they think we're doing and how they would make changes to like the way we've been playing to fit the system better. It was a tactical shift from what we do at Seattle, so it was nice to get a lot of feedback from them and a lot of help with how they wanted us to fit that system.
How is it different there compared to what you do here?
They do specifically for the midfielders.
Yeah.
They drop us in to create numerical advantages, kind of in the backup in the build-up phase. Here in Seattle, me and Zhao is like the double pivots. Last year we stay away more and let Jackson, Yamar, and Nuhu and whoever's in the back line break lines with their passing. But there they wanted the midfielders to drop in, create numbers, and have us kind of be the playmakers to break the lines from the back.
How much did you get to actually interact with Greg? You know, he gets a lot of criticism. How would you assess him as a coach and what he perhaps provided you with before the game?
No, I thought he was great. He's really friendly and does a good job making guys feel comfortable. And then tactically, I think he's really smart, and I like the way he had us play, and the way he presented the information. I felt like was really helpful for us to kind of grasp the system.
Moving on here, there was some guy in a white hoodie. Is there new players around? What's going on here today?
You have to ask the staff about that one. Yeah.
How did you go about changing your number this year? Was there a reason behind it?
Yeah, I've always wanted to be the 8 for the Sounders. You know, that's always been a goal of mine. From the when I was in the academy forever, watching the players before me. Honestly, a dream come true to get it. You know, it's kind of silly. It's just a number, but it means a lot to me, and you know, I'm excited to come out here every day and try to earn it.
You spent a lot of minutes playing alongside Nicolas Ladero. How different is it, the vibe around here, having Nico not be here?
Yeah, it's different. You know, he was such a good leader, and everyone, young guys, old guys, everyone learned so much from Nico. I actually had a chance to see him when we were down at Orlando because he was there training early, so I got to talk to him for a little bit, which was pretty cool. It was weird seeing him in a different crest, super weird. But no, we miss Nico, and obviously we wish him the best.
Can you share any of that conversation? What you guys maybe talked about, and just reminisced at all, or?
Yeah, we just talked about how he was doing in Orlando. You know, talked about last season and how we wish it would have gone better. You know, differently, I'd say. But you know, it was really good to see him.
Do you have that fire from what happened last year coming into 2024?
Definitely. Everywhere. I mean, the level of training and everything so far has been great. The energy is really good. Everyone's super positive. We have a lot of good leaders in this group, and a lot of people who lead by example, and they push the level of training. So I think everyone's really excited, and we have that burning in us for the season.
Not to make too much of a number, but what is the actual process of when you change a number? Do you just get asked? Do you put in a request?
They told me last season that like, oh, like be cool if you were the 8 next year. And then in the off season, I asked Nolan, the head equipment guy. I was like, hey, like I don't know what the process is, but it'd be cool if I could get the 8. And then I got back from national team, and the number was on my shirt. So.
Josh, in what ways do you hope you can make a significant impact this season?
I just want to do what I can with the opportunities I can get. I felt like last season, towards the end of the season, just trying to push the level of training and keep the energy and everything positive in the locker room for everybody, and kind of just, if times get hard, be someone that people can look at and think of as like a positive example for everybody.
In your opinion,
we're excited. It'll be we'll be away from home for a couple weeks, which is for better or for worse. But everyone's excited we have new guys, and being away with just the team for a couple of weeks will be a good way to kind of greet and welcome the new guys and learn about everybody and just become closer as a group. So I think we're excited for that.
There's a lot of competition for your role next to JP. There's a lot of players there. How do you keep that edge, be confident but not too confident, in the fact that you've been the guy for the last season?
No, that's a good question. I think the guys in the spots make it easy to not lose your head a little bit, because everyone's pushing every single day. Obed's been great. Danny's been great. Snyder's been great. I was watching trainings while I was away, and like all the midfielders, everyone's been so good. So it gives me that push to come in every single training and give everything I can. So.
We've heard players say before that going to national team and coming back sort of raises your level a little bit mentally, just knowing that you can compete in a different group. I don't know, how has that affected you, or do you feel like you just come back the same old Josh?
It was kind of interesting mentally, because for most of midway through last season, is stuff like that. I never thought I would have been wearing a national team jersey for the U.S. men's national team. It's always a possibility, and you're always trying to earn that, but it felt so like far removed. So after getting there and getting a taste of it, and I'm not that far off of it. Kind of gives me like a little boost and makes me eager to come back here and do everything I can, because I know I'm playing to try to obviously give everything I can to my team and try to get wins, but also in the back of my head that I'm playing to try to get back there.
In what other ways do you think traveling to Spain for preseason will be beneficial for the team?
I'm hoping the weather will be better. But we're gonna have 3 games there. I'm sure they'll be competitive. I don't know too much about the competition yet, but we'll study them before we play them. It'll be nice, training in an environment where you don't have any outside distractions, because we'll all be away from home. The guys who have families will be away from their families. We won't have things to take us away from soccer. We'll be there 100% for work. So we'll be able to, give all our focus to that.